welcome. Today, I thought we would get down on the mat and do a really short 10-minute session using a hand towel. So, go ahead and grab yourself a hand towel and come and meet me on the mat. Okay, so I'm going to fold my hand towel in half and just place it at the very end of my mat and come and lie down on your back. So I'm just getting myself into position, relaxing my shoulders down into the mat, and always looking for that neutral spine, neutral pelvis. So when we talk about neutral, we really want to feel the ribs heavy on the mat and the back of the pelvis heavy on the mat, and that natural arch through the lower back. I'm going to rest my arms down by my side, palms facing down. Even just pick up the head and just make sure that I'm really sort of lengthening through the back of my neck. From there, we're going to take 2 deep breaths in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Feeling the ribs narrowing in towards the waist. And another deep breath in and exhale out. Good. On the next inhale, let's float the left leg up into a tabletop position. And then on your exhale, float the right leg up. Still maintaining that neutral spine, so not over tucking the tailbone or pelvis. And from there, take another inhale breath. As you exhale, let's float that left leg down towards the floor. And lightly tap your towel and then float the leg back up. And then the right on your exhale down. Good. And inhale, float the right leg up. So the whole time we're drawing in through the abs, relaxing through the neck and the shoulders, and not necessarily even taking the foot all the way down to the floor. You can even take it halfway as long as you can keep that control and stability through your trunk. That's all you need to do. Good. So lowering the leg down and floating it back up. Nice. One more time. Good. Try to keep that 90-degree angle of the leg as well. Releasing any tension through the quads and the hip flexors. Good. From there, let's bring the knees together and the balls of the big toes. From here, we need to really pull in through those abs as we take both legs down towards the floor. Once again, just looking for that point, that challenge point, where you feel you can keep that control through your upper body, and then return the legs back to tabletop, knees directly over hips. Now you can, of course, keep your legs parallel and hip width apart. That feels more comfortable. So just choosing what works best for you. We'll do 4 more. On your exhale, lowering the legs down towards the floor. Inhale, drawing the legs back up. Good. And 3. And 2 more. Keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed. Really pulling in through your center. Everything should be working through that midsection. Good. And last one. Lower the legs down all the way to the floor. Beautiful. All right, now rest your feet on the towel that's at the end of your mat. Make sure that you've got enough room in front of you and you stretch your legs. We're going to pull the right knee in towards your chest. So you can hold it with your right hand and have your left hand just by your side. From there, we're going to extend the left leg long. Really use that towel to stretch and reach, even flex the foot, peel the toes back towards the shins, reach the heel towards the wall, and then drag that heel down into the floor and then pull the towel in towards you. Good. And again, extending the leg, reaching and stretching, and then pressing down, creating that pressure so you feel the backs of your legs working. Good, and extend. Good, and pull to come in. Now you might need to adjust the position on your mat. If you feel like your heel could go a little bit further in, then you might need to just wriggle down to the very end of your mat, and so you've got more engagement through the back of the thigh there. Good, and two more. Reach and pull in, extend and pull in. Excellent. Now let's float that left leg up, pull the knee in toward the chest, and we lower the right leg down. Bring the right arm down to the floor and extending the right leg, reaching long, feeling that stretch across the hip joint. Good, and pressing down through the heel, pulling the towel back in towards you. So really using the ground as a force and also as an assist to help with that reach and extension of the leg. Good. So you should feel the side of your trunk working as well. All the muscles through your external obliques, through the hips. As you reach and extend that leg, that last final part. Good. And one more time, keeping the pelvis relaxed and control as you reach the leg. One last time. And exhale, reach. Good. Inhale in. Nice. Now pull both knees into the chest. Give your legs a little rock from side to side. And we're going to start with some double leg slides. So both feet are going to come down to the towel. And just make sure that you've got that towel in the right position and your upper body is in the right position too. So you've got enough room at the end of your mat and enough room to draw those feet nice and close into your sits bones. And off we go, pressing both feet down now. Letting the toes lift, reaching the heels long. Good, feeling nice and long through your whole body. And then drawing the heels down into the floor, pulling the towel back in towards you. We'll do 6 more. Extend. And pull in. Good. It's a lot of work through the backs of the legs, but a lot of work through the trunk as well, through our center, as we're trying to resist the temptation to flare the ribs or arch through the lower back. Good. I think we've got 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. Making sure that you're peeling those toes back toward the shins. Nice. And last and final one. Nice big long stretch. Excellent. Oh, and I lost my towel. That's okay. Luckily, I've got floorboards under my feet. All right, giving those legs a little bit of a shake. Excellent. All right, rock up, grab a hold of your towel, and we're actually going to place the towel just underneath our shoulders, underneath the shoulder blades actually. So I want to have enough length through my towel so that I can grab the top 2 corners with my hands. I'm going to bring my feet to the floor. Open my shoulders wide, collarbone wide. Maintain that beautiful neutral spine. From there, take an inhale breath. I'm going to sink my head back into the towel and curl up, lift up the chest. Oh, lost my towel. So I might need to move my towel a little bit lower down so I can keep it in place. All right, take 2. From there, I'm going to lift my towel out. I'm going to use it to hammock my head. So rather than using my chin and my neck to lift my chest up, I'm going to use my upper abs. Good. And from there, I'm going to lower my spine down, peeling one vertebrae at a time down to the mat. And again, elbows open wide, collarbone wide, shoulder blades down, and curling up, and then lowering down. So this is a really nice way to work on your chest lift, to work on your thoracic mobility, and get more out of our abdominal core work. Another 4 more from here, nearly there. Good. And lower it down. 3 more. Maybe lifting a little bit higher. Keep sinking the head back into your little hammock or towel and lifting up through those upper ribs. And last one, lifting up. Good. And lowering down. Excellent. How did you go with that? All right, from here, we're going to combine the leg slides and the chest lifts with the towel. So I'm going to float left leg up into tabletop and right. From there, take a breath in. As you exhale, lift the chest up, relax the shoulders down. I want to lower my left foot down towards the floor, slide it out, and then slide it in and return it back up. Lower my right foot down to the floor, slide it out, slide it in, and then back up. Then I can go for my double leg slide. Reach long, slide in, float back up, and then lower down. So you can take a break in between the single and the double leg slides, or you can just do both if you really want to work hard or if you feel like you've got that core control. All right, from there, I'm not going to take you through all the repetitions. You can do, I would say, about 2 sets of 8. From there, I'm just going to shuffle up to the top of my mat now. I don't really need my floor anymore, my floorboards, and I'm going to hold my towel end to end. I'm going to pull the towel apart so I can engage through my shoulders, through the back, and just let those shoulders fall back into the mat. From there, take a breath in, reach your towel overhead, keep the ribs knitted down towards the mat. Exhale, reach those arms forward, start to peel the head up, and just imagining that you've got that towel still behind your head and you're trying not to tuck that chin in too much. Round through the lower back, reach through the top of your head, keep your arms shoulder height if you can, and then keep reaching that towel towards the wall on the other side of the room. Then we restack the spine. Good. Take a breath in, sit nice and tall, and then roll it back. So I'm going to keep that towel lingering over my knees, over my hips, as I pull my spine back, trying to get as much length, as much stretch as I can through my entire back. Reach the arms overhead, and then we go again. Continuing that tension that I'm creating by pulling that towel apart, and then reach the towel forward over the feet, lifting up back to your tall seated position, and then rolling back. Good. All right, we'll do a few more of these. Inhale, exhale, reach forward, rounding through that lower back. So I'm pulling my waist back as I reach forward through the top of my spine. Sit up tall. 2 more. A lot of people feel like having something in their hands really helps them with their roll-ups. Maybe it's just that proprioception, having something in your hand, pushing it through space, engaging muscles that we may not have otherwise used if we had nothing in our hand. This is the last one. Rounding forward and then sitting up tall. Nice. Okay, relax those arms. Now I'm going to take you to Okay, now we're going to roll up the towel, just like so. And we're going to place it behind my knee. Come onto my front or prone. Come all the way down to the floor. That's it. Okay, so I've placed my towel now just behind my knee, and I'm coming down to the floor, lying on my front. Okay, from here, I'm going to tuck my tailbone under, pull my abs in so that I'm not arching through that lower back. Lift my collarbone, shoulders, and slide my shoulder blades down my back. Forearms are on the floor. Now I'm going to squeeze that towel like mad and pulse my foot in towards my sit bones. For 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Pulse, 2, 3. And pulse, 2, 3. Go again. Pulse, 2, 3. Pulse, 2, 3. So that's how small our little double leg kicks should be. That's it. Having that towel there is a really good little indicator of where we need to create that pressure and that little pulsing movement. Let's do one more. 1, 2, 3, and then extend that leg, stretch it out, and we change sides. So just picking up the towel, giving it a re-roll and tucking it behind your other leg this time. Okay, now feel free to have a little stretch in child's pose if you need, just to release that lower back. And here we go again, finding our nice setup. Really important to have a good setup because then we're more likely to execute the exercise really well with good technique. So shoulders back, collarbone wide, and we're pulling in the abs and trying not to let the pelvis sort of dump down so that we've got that really heavy hinge through the lower back, pulling the abs in. And here we go. Pulse, 2, 3, and relax. And pulse, 2, 3, and release. And again, pulse, 2, 3, and again, pulse, 2, 3, and 2 more. Pulse, 2, 3, and release. Pulse, 2, 3, and relax. Stretch that leg out. Grab a hold of your towel. Unravel it. And then roll it again in a long roll. So I'm going to grab a hold of the ends and bring it to the back. Okay. Now from here, even though I am facing the floor, I still want to keep my shoulders lifted, shoulder blades sliding down my back to support my shoulders and my upper body. From here, I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs together, bring my big toes and my ankles together, and pulse both feet now towards the towel for 3, 2, 1. Stretch the legs long. See if you can clear the thighs off the floor and then reach the towel back. So pushing the towel back towards your heels and then lower down. You can turn your cheek to one side and go again. Pulse, 2, 3, and extend and reach the towel back, lifting the upper back, keeping the lower ribs on the floor. Lower down. And again, pulse, 2, 3, and reach and extend. Bringing your gaze forward and turn the cheek. And reach and lower. Last one, 2, 3, and reach and lower down. Fantastic, everyone. Whew. That was a challenge. Push back into a child's pose by simply bringing your feet together, knees wide apart, and then sitting your sits bones back towards your heels, reaching your arms forward, either holding onto your towel or just resting your hands on the mat. Take a nice deep breath into the back of the ribs,